Hello, everyone. Whimsical Fun here, and I'm just here to give you a little life update and just to talk about things in general, how life has been, upcoming videos, stuff like that. But yeah, I am back in college. I am back in uni, and it's been a pretty nice school year so far. Kind of stressful though. Taking I'm taking quite a lot of credits this semester, and this week especially has been kind of stressful. Like when I'm done with my last class, I just feel so tuckered out. But I trust that I will find a groove. After all, it's not my strength; it's by God's strength. After all, and you can do anything. But yeah, I'm hopeful. Definitely hopeful. Uh, yeah, what can I say? Things I've learned recently, or been learning recently. Uh, let's talk about value. I feel like something I've recently learned, and by recently I mean like a few months ago, was kind of like, what do we put our value in? You know, as Christians, it's really easy to. I guess as Christians, it can be really easy to put your value in the things you do, like the good works you do, the moral stuff you do. Like giving to the poor, uh, reading the Word every day, praying every day. I think as Christians, it can be really easy to put your value in that. But the issue with that is when you like put your value in the things you do, when you see other people that don't do those things you do, aren't like supposedly as moral as you, it can be really easy to develop a sort of pride. And this is something I've been guilty of a little bit unintentionally. And yeah, I can definitely confirm that this is the case. So what are you meant to put your value in? Well, as Christians, as followers of the Lord, I watched a video where pretty much the guy pretty much said that when we put our value in the fact that we're children of God and we're covered by the blood, by the blood, that's like perfect in a sense, because it creates humility, because we can't boast about it because we didn't do anything to get it. We didn't do anything to be saved or be children of God. But it also doesn't make us feel less than, because God's with us everywhere and he's above anything in the universe. So you also don't need to feel intimidated by anything or anyone in this world. And that was just so, I don't know, I could really relate to that, and that just really made sense to me. It's like, that's so true. Like, even like putting your value in things like maybe your culture, stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I do feel like above all, we should put our value on our kinship with the Lord, if that makes sense. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I kind of have this life perspective that like our life here is just kind of like a journey. Like, we are from here, but at the same time we're not really from here. This earth, this existence isn't really meant to be our permanent home. And so, you know how in a journey you get from point A to point B spatially? Well, it's kind of like life, and I may have said this before in a previous video, I don't know, but life is kind of like a journey where you get from point A to point B time-wise, right? And the destination at the end of the journey is like heaven. It's like, while we're here, we're kind of making our way home. We're allowing God to lead us home. Everything here is a journey, and that perspective just really feels so freeing, for me at least. And I mean, it's true. And I just, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's just really freed me of a lot of things, just a lot of a lot of attachments that I've had to this world. It's really freed me of a lot of those attachments. That doesn't mean to say that there aren't still things in this world that I still kind of have that unhealthy attachment to, but generally, when I started looking at life from this perspective, and this is a perspective I've had for some years now, so this isn't something new, but yeah, when I kind of picked up this perspective and viewed life through this perspective, it was just generally so freeing, to be honest. It's like, because it's kind of like nothing here matters. It does, but in a sense it doesn't. Like the mundane things, like kind of like career, title, stuff like that, that doesn't really matter, and it's just so freeing, because you don't have to worry yourself sick about that, about, oh, who am I going to become, what kind of business am I going to start, how much money am I going to save. No, you don't have to worry yourself sick about that, and you can trust in the Lord for stuff like that. And it's just so freeing. It's just such a freeing perspective. Like, it's a journey. And I was recently reminded of Enoch, the man who didn't die. He walked with God, and eventually God just took him home. And I don't know, it's just so like inspiring. I don't know, Enoch had, yeah, it's just so like inspiring. Like, Enoch walked with God, and God brought him home. That doesn't mean that, you're not gonna die or experience death, but it's like that's the kind of man that I kind of want to be. That's the kind of life that I kind of want to live. I don't know, it's so inspiring. It's just such a freeing perspective. I just wanted to share that. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? What perspectives do you have to offer? I don't know, I just feel like life can be it's a sinful world, but of course there are still like hints of like the beauty of the original world that God made. And as I go through life, I just feel like I can sense that, just feel that, and just little things that just give me this feeling like, wow, there are beauties to life, this journey that we have in this temporary world. There are beauties to it. Like, for example, so this place in my school, I'm on my college campus. This room right there, that's like the main hangout area. Oftentimes during the night, groups of people would just be playing like card games and board games and stuff like that. And yeah, sometimes I will walk there, I'll see a group of people I know and join them for a game, and we just have such a blast. And yeah, like when you play like a card game with a good group of people, I don't know, it's just such a blast. And it just reminds me, like, yeah, humans, we're not perfect, but community is nice. Like, it's nice to have fun with each other. We are social creatures after all, and it's just one of those things. Another thing that kind of gives me that feeling that, like, oh wow, existence is nice. It's kind of like sometimes when I'm just going out for a walk, usually towards the evening, just, I don't know, something about just the feel of it, the sky kind of being all cloudy and stuff. This gives me a feeling like, wow, life kind of is beautiful. This makes me excited for when we get to heaven. Yeah, I don't know, it's very, very sentimental, I know, and I'm probably quite a sentimental person, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. This is all temporary, and I'm okay with being a little sentimental, Now, when it comes to friendships, it's funny. A few of some of the like new friends that I made in this school last semester, so before summer break, towards the end of the semester, they kind of started making new friends and other friends, and I kind of felt like they were kind of drifting away from me, and I was really sad towards the end of the semester. Well, come this semester, those friends of mine are like, I'm getting along with them now, and it's like, I feel like they're my friends. I don't fear that they're going to abandon me, and it's great. I kind of feel like I have friends now, in a way. It's nice. it's nice. I mean, I feel like I'm not still quite where I am socially in terms of that, but at least I do feel like I do have friends now. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm also like God is still my number one best friend, and like a few weeks ago, I will say I kind of got so busy in like the hustle and bustle of school that I kind of didn't really make time to commune with him and talk with him. But these past few days, I've been trying to be intentional with that. And yeah, it's been great. It's just a nice reminder. And even just like in chapel, the chapels that happen in my school, like God is your number one best friend. And he's, for me, been the bestest friend I've ever had. And the best parent I've ever had. My parents are great, though. But he's been like the best parent I've ever had. But yeah, just a reminder, God's still my best friend. But I also don't want to isolate myself from other people. And God knows that. We all know that. I feel like I'm speaking... You know what? Forget. You know what? I don't know what's going on in my brain. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, friends. We'll see what new friends I'm hopefully make this semester. And yeah, it's gonna be... I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to seeing, where God leads me, takes me to this semester, what he has me do this semester. It's gonna be interesting. Something I last week kind of realized was I watched a sermon on like hurts and how past traumas can affect us in the present. And I feel like, because my first year here was kind of like rough when it came to friends, and I think I harbored I harbored some bitterness towards certain people here from that. Certain people who during my first year here, I really tried to make an effort to get to know and like connect with, but they always seem to brush me off. And I think some of those people I harbored a bit of a resentment towards, which I can still sometimes feel today when I see them. And I mean, yeah, it sucks. It's not nice to have that, but I know God can heal those past traumas, those emotional wounds. We may not all have them, but I'm sure most of us do. But yeah. So now let's talk about my videos, Blue Dudes Odyssey, the new series I'm thinking about. So yeah, the new series I'm thinking about, I'm probably gonna call it Cosmic All Stars. And yeah, I'm currently just preparing for it, getting new characters for it. I just don't feel like it's quite time to start yet. I mean, life has been kind of busy right now, so I've generally not really had time to start, but it's also given me time to think about how I want to structure it and stuff. I think I know who the villain is going to be. I know most of the characters are going to be in it. I'm also coming up with new characters for it, because that was kind of the point of me doing that series, to come up with new characters. I'd be forced to come up with new characters for it, so I can kind of expand the world. But yeah, it's been nice. Yeah, that series should come out soon. Should begin soon. I'm just kind of taking my time. I don't want to rush into it, but yeah, that series, I can't say when, it's going to begin, but hopefully soon. I do want to begin it soon. But yeah, I'm probably going to call it Cosmic All Stars, and yeah, I'm very excited for it, and I hope that you watch it. But yeah, anyways, this video's getting a bit long. I don't want it to be too long. Thanks for watching and listening. And yeah, I hope you have a blessed day or night. It's very late in the night here, just like 11:20 p.m. But I'm gonna go to bed after this because I have work early in the morning. But yeah, you listening, God bless you, honestly. And he does love you. But goodbye.